Alright, so I've had a really long day today, so I haven't really felt like doing this in all day. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not gonna do VEDA today because I am so tired. I woke up around 6:30 this morning after getting like 4 hours of sleep last night. I need to make a mental note to say I cannot work Wednesday mornings anymore because I go to band practice Tuesday nights and don't get home until pretty late. So I ran to the bus stop at 7. The bus showed up about a minute early, so I missed it. And then I waited another 30 minutes for the second bus to come around, and they tried giving me a youth ticket until I said, "What? It's only $1." And they said, "Oh, wait, how old are you?" And I said, 22. And why did I do that? They said, "Oops, nope, give me another $1." And then I made it to work on time. I don't know how. And then I worked for 9.5 hours. Eventually I left and I rushed out the door, grabbed my shit, and I walked as quickly as I could to the bus stop. And I was about to make it there 5 minutes early until I saw the bus coming. And I was like, oh shit. So I started running, and I was running, and I was running, and the guy just shook his head at me. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're really gonna pass me up? I've worked 9.5 hours, I'm exhausted, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, and you are just gonna pass me up. Come on, really? And so we parked at the bus stop and waited for like 3 minutes for me to run to the bus stop. And I looked at the clock and he was 5 minutes early, and oh, it was awful. I'm so out of shape, I can't run. And, oh. And I was already in pain because I worked forever. I'm such a baby. But yeah, it's been a very long day, and I was like, I'm just gonna skip it today. I'm not gonna do VEDA today. But then I remembered that my friend Paul is taking part in VEDA, and I will feel so guilty if I don't make a video and then he makes a video, and I'm blaming this on you, Paul. Speaking of Paul, so I took a trip to Boston in December, the day after Christmas, with a few of my friends, and we went all that way to see the Bosstones, and everyone who I've talked to from Boston just laughs at us for going to see the Bosstones in Boston. After trying to convince Paul to go to one of the festivals that I played in Boston a few months before, and he missed it, he actually drove like 4 hours to hang out with me and my friends for like 4 hours, and then drive like 4 hours back home. And that was really cool, but I realized I've known Paul for so long that it didn't even hit me that I had never met him before in real life. I met him on Blog TV, and then we were YouTube friends forever. And I realized I ended up meeting someone from the internet, which is kind of funny. Paul's a decent human being, and he did not mug me, and we're going to LeakyCon later this year together, so that's really cool. But I realized I also let my friend Niels stay over, and he's from Germany, and it took him like 2 or 3 years of convincing me to let him stay at my house. And I met him on Last FM, and I let someone I met from the internet stay at my house after never meeting them before in my life, for like a month straight. And I ended up flying over there the next year to stay at his house. And that's not normal. That's really, I could be dead right now, you know? It's just like I've known these people for so long that it completely escapes my mind that I know them from the internet, and I've never met them in real life until that day where I meet them in real life, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to explain to someone how we know each other, and I'm like, oh, it's from the internet. The internet's becoming such a strange place. It's so funny how there's so many things going on in my life that would have never been possible without the internet before. Like, I found my band on the event page for Slutwalk Detroit about 2 years ago now, and I stalked them for a year on the internet before I joined the band. If the internet did not exist, half of the things in my life would not exist right now. I would be in a completely different place in my life. It's just so weird. It's so weird. I have so many good friends that I keep in touch with through the internet. I don't know why I'm talking about the internet right now. I don't know how I got into the subject, but I don't know, it's really cool. I have a feeling this vlog is getting long enough now in the sun setting. That's why I decided to do this right now. Just jump in here. Half of what I'm saying is not making sense, I'm sure. I am so exhausted. My body is aching, and it took a lot of effort to get up out of my bed to do this. I spent quite a lot of time, at least like an hour, doing this.
In the subsequent Steven Spielberg movie, a velociraptor skeleton is excavated in Montana, and there are these like
It's pretty much every day for me though. Look at this Windows phone. I spend quite a lot of time now that I have a smartphone lying down and watching YouTube videos in the palm of my hand, and it's kind of amazing actually. What would I do without the internet? Hopefully I'd read more.